right, all. I appreciate all of your commentary, all of your suggestions. Kellyanne, you had a question about how to make better reels and videos for social media. So there's two kinds of things with it because I wasn't sure if you were talking about necessarily content or if you were talking about the video quality, and they kind of can go hand in hand. First and foremost, I think just explaining the evolution of social media and what it has done for artists is, I feel like when you look back prior to social media or even in the beginning, like go back to MySpace era, right? You would see artists presenting themselves as artists, how they dressed as artists. You would be looking for their music, right? You might read the back cover of the CD, tape, whatever, that you were buying there, and they might explain a bit, their thanks to people who worked with them, maybe what inspired it a little bit. But now you see a complete shift that not only do people are eager to learn about the artist's music, but there's been this whole escalation into people getting more of an insight into artists' lives. And it's almost like it's become more human in some ways. Before it'd be like artists up on this pinnacle and almost untouchable. And now as we've expanded into social media, you see people bringing their dogs or showing them a tour of their house or cooking in the kitchen, eating with them, taking them on vacation, showing them their kids. It's almost like their personal lives have become exposed, makes them more real. And I think it's just kind of what's happened with the evolution of social media. So that being said, it's really, when it comes to content, I feel like it can be both realms of things. It can be you sharing your music and doing videos on maybe what inspired you to do the songs, what you're just singing, maybe casually singing in a hallway, or I've seen that kind of stuff. People in the studio, showing the behind the scenes of the studio, showing people writing, taking a photo with people that they've collaborated with. So there's all that end of it that you can work off of. Behind the scenes photo shoots, prepping for things, interviews, their song on the radio and them reacting to hearing their song on the radio. So I think there's that end, and then there's also like, how much are you willing to show in your personal life or that you want to? You see lots of people advocating for mental health or that kind of realm that they've dealt with in life, or any kind of trauma or struggle. If people want to or want to help in that way, maybe they can open up people to that part of their lives. So I think there's those two realms, and you have to kind of decide what you as an artist, or you as a person too, as a whole, right? You're more than just an artist, but that's a huge part of yourself, want to open your doors up to. And so I think that can help with content. And then when it comes to like the quality of it, this is always a tough thing that I even struggle with. I'm like, how much do I invest in quality? And I think that it is a matter of just doing, right? If you feel like you don't have the team behind you to edit the videos and make them all posh and nice or whatever, like, don't let that hold you back. I think some of the best videos are just sometimes people with their phones, and phones are awesome nowadays. Like, they have good quality overall, and just walking around talking to people. I think the key component, and again, comment below your thoughts, I'd love to hear it, is you could get a whole team behind you with pro video, and they could do all kinds of fancy stuff, and you can do your makeup and dress the part. And I'm not saying that I do not love all of that, but it can be equally as effective as you just setting up a stand and just filming yourself and kind of doing that. So I think the bigger thing is, if you feel stopped because you feel like you don't have the best crew for video or someone editing, like, don't do it. iMovie's free. If you wanted to add some little sprinkle of something, if you wanted sprinkles on top of the ice cream, that's not work. Then like, iMovie's cool. You can do it yourself, and it takes time, but you can cut and paste things. You could add certain effects in. It's not like, oh my God, but it does enough that is suitable. So I would just not stop. That's the bigger thing. I would think more about like, put the time in and the energy into like, what are the kinds of things that you want people to see you as an artist? Because that is really what's going to draw people in. They're not necessarily going to be like, oh my God, this person has all pro pictures. I've gone that road where I've like only wanted to put pictures, and then I just kind of, for my own self, I was like, I just can't do that. I like have to like get on there or like talk or take a selfie or, you know, just have someone else take like not maybe the most glamorous photo or whatever it may be. And I think both can be equally effective. And I think as you grow as an artist, you're gonna bring in more things that can help you kind of grow the brand there. But I just wouldn't stop. I wouldn't stop making content because you feel like your videos or your quality isn't enough. And if you're kind of stopped at the point where you're like, what else do I share beyond my music? Kind of just go to, a good exercise is go to like 5 artists you really love and you admire and just check out their social media and see what they're doing. And then just do the same stuff. Obviously you're not going to be like, who's ours? I don't know. Ariana Grande comes out the top of my head. You're not like gonna, you know, pretend you're Ariana Grande. But like you can kind of look at what she's putting and kind of be like, oh yeah, that works for me. You know, she's posting about her upcoming stuff, but she's also like posting a video of her on vacation or something. And it can, yeah, just be mindful of what you feel like you want the world to see. You don't have to open up everything. You can look at them and decide that that's not for you, or you can look at them and decide it's for you. So hopefully that's helpful. As always, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts.